Hello everyone, Agent Fluffy here, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Phoenix Wright History Trilogy, Justice for All, Farewell, My Turnabout, Part 27. Alrighty. Now, my client, Matt on guard, is guilty.
We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt on guard. Your client deserves an answer.
I'm sorry. Matt on guard is...
What? Francisca! For Francisca von Karma? What are you doing here? Out!
You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool.
Did you bring them? The final pieces? Do you have them?
You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma's perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this.
What a filthy old coat this is. That's gumshoes. That's gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere.
I apologize for its ugliness, but there is nothing else to wrap the items in.
I fought long and hard this whole trial. All for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the fence's final pieces of evidence.
Your final evidence? This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict.
Excuse me.
I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial.
I will be right back, guys. I am back, guys. I had to go take care of something. So, yeah. What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma will be allowed to present these pieces of evidence.
I suppose you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so.
Oh my god.
However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please.
These pieces of evidence are items left by Shelley DeKeller during his escape from the police.
You must be in quite a rush.
Yes, Your Honor. DeKeller left 3 pieces of evidence.
Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see. There will be something that will turn this whole situation around. Like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for.
The first item is a pistol.
Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? Let's question for more details. Does the pistol have any relation to this case?
We have yet to perform a ballistics test, so I can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with this case, at least with me.
Huh? That's the pistol that he used to shoot you, isn't it?
That's what I believe, yes.
Oh.
I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento. I'm sure it will be an excellent sample for the test.
So that's the pistol that was used to shoot Francisca. It's probably not going to help us very much. This will add to the court record. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. I believe the killer took that from Vanguard Mansion. Let's question more details here. Have you checked the contents of that tape?
Unfortunately, there was no time to.
Oh yeah.
But I would speculate that this tape is very important.
Why would you say that?
Because he came back to his hideout for it.
The killer went back for it?
That is right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Surely the killer is no ordinary man.
When the killer retrieved, the killer violently tried to cover it. Contents unknown.
The last piece of evidence is his bellboy's uniform.
Is that a uniform from the Gatewatr Hotel? Was that used during the crime?
I am almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets.
There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder.
There is one thing I found interesting about this uniform.
And what is that?
There is a button missing on this uniform.
A button?
It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue.
A white uniform added to the court record, worn by the killer on night of the murder. One of his special buttons is missing.
And that is all I had to present, Your Honor.
It's just as I thought.
And what is that, Your Honor?
I'm sure we are under normal circumstances, these items for showing the killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing.
It is who is the client.
Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now.
Wait, Your Honor! Please allow me to examine this new evidence.
Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict.
Wonderful! Absolutely splendid! This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he?
Is this the end? Phoenix, I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you had to make that miracle happen. You come this far. You can't give up now. But, no matter how you think about it, it's... Try, for my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us. 2? The first... Make Vanguard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If Vanguard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but... That's asking me to do the impossible! The second way... Force the killer to end his contact with Vanguard. If the killer were to no longer think of Vanguard as his client, then he would let Maya go. Mia, that's even more impossible! He is the man who values his duties towards his clients above all else. I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first, but if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. Now I'm gonna save at this point. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? Ooh... The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge, we have seen all the pieces of evidence. And that is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who is yet to see them all. And that person does not know the truth. That truth, and maybe what will bring about this miracle in the end.
There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict.
Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids?
I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence.
I am not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor.
Then you want to show the evidence to that person?
Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, for you to ask for such passion, I will grant you one chance.
What? One chance?
Please show us your evidence who you think is the right person.
Right, I'm gonna say one more time for this. That's impossible to turn the situation around in one try.
One try, that is all I will permit.
I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think! There must be a way to save Maya while taking on guard down at the same time.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to?
Maya.
I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you'd like to show this person. Where? What do you think, Mr. Edgeworth?
I don't have anything to say to this.
How about you, Miss Von Karma?
Well, I was just shot, so...
I'm afraid I cannot allow the defense to continue.
What?!
No one understands what you are talking about anymore.
Well, wait, please, one more chance!
That is enough, Mr. Wright. I will now state my verdict. This court finds the defendant not on guard. Not guilty! That is all. The court is adjourned.
And just like that, the case came to an end. I ran away from the courtroom and wandered the streets alone. I never saw Maya again. The killer is a man of his word, so I'm sure he released her as promised. I heard the verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty, of course. The miracle never happened. Maybe it was never meant to. Because a miracle is something that doesn't exist. The end. Alright. I just got the bad ending achievement. Alright, this is a bad ending. What do you think, guys? But anyway, let's continue on with the true ending. Let's go with the true ending this time. I would like to present evidence to Shelley the killer.
I see. And now, tell this court one piece of evidence you'd like to show this person.
Well, the videotape.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth?
I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness.
Better, please pay the transceiver for Murrier.
Alright, looks like I managed to convince him. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence. Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. It was... Ugh! I was told to protect that videotape. I thought so. I'm afraid I seem to fail. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client to not watch it. So I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you are on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden in the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. What?
Is that true, Mr. Wright?
Who was it that planted the camera? Well, the only person who could have placed a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally.
That was Agent Andrews.
Be quiet and listen, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right?
Yes.
That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Why did Matt on guard film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted to blackmail on you. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said.
But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone. Least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins are above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want.
Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelley the Killer? Shelley is pissed off. It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use people around. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness.
Yes.
You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said you detest traitors most of all.
Yes, that's right.
But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then?
That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case.
And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to accept my punishment. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around. Mr. Wright. Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you, your precious item.
What the? I'm not an item!
Maya, I never see you again. Oh, thank goodness!
This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I don't quite know what just happened there with the client and the witness and... Ah! Miss Von Karma, where you at?
She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it is time to finally hand down a verdict. Mr. On Guard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watched this video.
Help me!
Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please.
It's alright, you Miss Wright.
We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. Guilty! Matt's on guard. Even though I am a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here.
Me? My wonderful self? Guilty?
Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it. You can't run away from your crime anymore.
No! Guilty, 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 guilty.
As always, it looks like we haven't covered the real truth.
We? I don't remember you helping out much in this. I don't remember you helping out much in this.
Miss Edgeworth, how is Matt on guard?
I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full-course meal of whipped leather right about now.
Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, Miss?
Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness, how should I put it? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. I will never forget that, Edgeworth. Fuck you. But after that, when I was alone in the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I have finally been saved. Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone.
It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about. But everyone seems to be in good spirits. And that's good enough for me. That is all. The score is adjourned.
March 23rd, 5:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. You got them a guilty verdict this time. But you had to look past all of that to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting them not guilty, right? Yes, I understand now. Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make.
Now then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter.
I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I had to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life? My client, Madame Guard, is he guilty, or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. Right! Edgeworth, I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody.
Really?
Of course.
You're telling us the truth, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, she's quite safe. She's on her way here as we speak in the patrol car.
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya's safe! You did it! You really did it, Mr. Nick!
Frickin' throat. Ow! She punched deceptively hard for a kid.
I believed in you! I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her! Mr. Nick will save her!
Thanks.
Oh!
What's wrong?
Miss Von Karma.
About earlier, thanks.
Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost! Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you are still happy?
I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma.
How dare you!
Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth? For my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remains spotless. But a man who appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note, Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death.
As well you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die.
Fuck you! But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change.
What foolish nonsense!
We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving it up like most people, that man will hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well.
What? You trusted your enemy?
It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have, erasing the paradoxes one by one. is never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always, eventually, reach that one single truth. This I promise you.
The truth?
Yes. That's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, Wright? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? The man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night.
Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick?
You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me. All those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself.
You pathetic fool! Miss Von Karma? I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over!
Francisca threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to detect? Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else.
Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip?
I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right? Okay.
Nick!
Maya!
It's Maya! It's Maya!
Oh, what a cute scene.
Oh, Nick! I knew you would come through. You got on guard convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me.
Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. But we sure pressed our luck in this trial. You were really lucky to be standing here.
Whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly.
Is it really that easy to do something like that?
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Don't mention it. Maya.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm relieved that you're alright.
Hey, it looks like you made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Oh, stomach?
All right! I think it's time we got out of this depressing place.
Huh? Where are we going?
Food, Nick! Food! Grub, chow, I'm starved! I'm so hungry, even you look like a nice juicy burger on the bun to me, Nick.
You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least.
How about that, Mr. Edgeworth, please?
If you insist. Alright, so how about we hit up our usual burger joint?
Don't be silly, Nick.
Huh?
This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I decided we're gonna have to make it up by having another feast.
Another feast?
Come on, Nick, food!
March 23rd, 7:38 p.m., Gatewater Hotel lobby.
Hey, pal, sorry to keep you guys waiting.
Gumshoe, are you alright?
Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things.
A telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that Then it wasn't a red light that got him?
You did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me.
Nah, you're joking.
Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of the Steel Samurai.
Thanks.
Now looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bully Mr. Wright too hard?
And you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight even. I'll keep that in mind.
Well, come on now. Everyone gather around. Y'all are gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer.
Looks like Lotta brought herself a new camera.
Well, pal, at least we can put this missing case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal.
Amen to that, pal. Amen.
You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, Detective.
Huh? Me? You would think so?
He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think the trial would have had a very different ending.
Oh, well, you know, it's...
Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
What? 4?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item?
Oh, come on, y'all, it's over!
Oh boy, I tell ya, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh?
You think?
Why does she look so happy about that?
But being shut away for 2 whole days. Were you scared?
Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture.
Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So, where's this picture of yours?
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mr. Maya's picture.
You know, I don't know where it went.
Aw, that's too bad.
Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. It sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up.
Oh, that's Miss Montgomery's receiver. Oh, thanks, sir. I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me.
That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location.
Oh, it's probably busted or something.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do.
Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't eaten anything yet.
And you eat way too much, you glutton. I had fun tonight. Now you excuse me? Wait! What? I just want to say, thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone are enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. What's this? Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You and her. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job.
It looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mr. Maya?
Yes, Pearly?
I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean.
Pearly, would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me.
Anyway, so who's paying for this lovely dinner party?
That's what you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick.
Huh?
Yeah, I got at the bar when I can't even buy it some noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill.
Huh?
Huh?
Yeah, I got me a situation like that. Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this gold old beauty here. It better be anyhow for $3,000. Huh? Actually, I reckon you bought it for me, since it's on your tab and all.
Isn't this crazy, Nick? Yeah, Nick.
Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? Aw, you don't need to hold back now, you hear? Yeah, Belle, I'd let it all out.
This is going to be the first time I hear the real you. Go on. It's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being the hostage and all.
Alright then, if you say so. Alrighty. The script director. Shoot Takumi.
You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro. I'm so happy that you could save missing Maya, Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy for the 2 of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made reservations for the 2 of you, just in case.
Are you a bit too young for that?
Well, Belle, it looks like I'm back in the force again. Mr. Edgeworth has a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. I heard he said things like, letting that one go is bad for our society. I knew it! Crashing that longevity is the only way to live, pal!
I don't know if it is. Excuse me.
I, Maggie Bird, am retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. And bring some smiles and joys to the people who come by the restaurant, sir. I hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright.
Yes, are you here to visit a patient? I'm into Director Hari. Recently, yes. That girl, you know, I haven't seen her around. Yes. But I remember, if I even laid so much as an eye on her, I would go crack. It didn't matter if I got whipped, though. Yes.
Freaking pervert. It'd be the last time I would see him. I hope to God it would be the last time I see that dude. It's time to begin our quest to World Circuit's domination, sweetie. And to let the world know we are serious, I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe.
Hey, Max, what do you think of Zimbabwe is like? Do you really think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk?
I think there are any talky bunnies, even they won't laugh at my jokes. Man. I'm ready! There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm going to be more contemporary with my humor. Mo Curls, represent!
We got a new act all worked out. Prepare for the Hallelujah chorus. Say something, will you? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it!
Damn.
What's this? Trace, that's an ordinary electric razor recharger instead. I can't believe this, really. How long did they plan to make me do this? But it's Hazy Pooh's idea, so the meeting must have a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling that they wouldn't forget about me, would they? It was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy and treat my royalty, and everybody was learned about to feel the pain in my heel. Yes, you're gonna feel the bear and burn, playing the fire, very dangerous. I can't fucking read it too fast. Way too fast for my frickin' eyes to pick up!
Oh my god.
I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone.
It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity. March 23rd, 9:42 p.m. International Departures, Gate 12. Where are you going, Francisca?
How did you know I was here?
With this.
Let's...
I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example.
That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy, drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage, but it's going in the trash, I promise you that.
Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting.
When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
4 things?
It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket.
He put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over.
What are you going to do now? That is none of your business. Are you running away?
Shut up! You don't understand the scene. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter.
Francisca.
So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what, and failure, such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius, there's no doubt about that. But me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I have to be one. I had to.
You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be.
No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away.
Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip.
You haven't changed a bit. You've always let me alone and walked ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge.
I see.
You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today.
I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did.
Adrian Andrews?
You are going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics, isn't that right? Today, you chased after me after I've left you behind all these years.
And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma.
I am Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now. So you better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you. Wait, I'll take good care of this fourth piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again.
Not sure if it's Edgeworth or von Karma, but whatever. The calling card. Nick. But it's whatever. Alright. So, this is officially the end of my Let's Play of Justice for All. So, here are my thoughts about Farewell My Turnabout. Yes, this is a pretty long case. Even though the case is pretty long and pretty exciting at the same time, I thoroughly enjoyed that case, especially with the plot twists and everything. It is a great finish to Justice for All. So, the next Let's Play I'm gonna be starting is Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, Trials and Tribulations. For now, I am going to be taking a break on the Ace Attorney Trilogy Let's Plays for now. I'm planning to start Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations sometime next month in April or May this year. As now, I'm going to be taking a quick break. I'm going to be taking a break from doing Ace Attorney Let's Plays until then, sometime in April and May of this year. Like April or May. But anyway, this has been Agent Fluffy, and I will see you in the next Let's Play. Farewell, and I'll see you later. Bye! Hey everyone, Agent Fluffy here, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to support me even more, feel free to support my Patreon. The links are right here.